Powerpuff Girls Z, Japanese adaptation of the Powerpuff Girls. Totally an adaptation. Now, no matter what, I enjoyed this anime. It's because it's just so cheesy, it's actually good. I do say it had better quality and like animation on kind of better detail, but I never really understood, and other people like one. I was kind of asked why it never aired in America. There was an English dub, and it sounded like most of the actors were from America because they had the type of voice where it's not accent. Where the type of voice where you don't have an accent, you're just talking like regular, not regular, but like how an average person in America would talk. Like, very few people I know talk a New Jersey accent. I know some people who have a country accent, but I legitimately know maybe few who have New Jersey accents. Yeah, I don't do a good one, but okay. I think I should actually do my Japanese accent. I shall do my Japanese accent. I will do terrible at this. See, this is my Japanese accent. I do terrible at this. I do best at Italian and Russian. Oh, I can do Russian. Oh, Italian. I cannot do it. I cannot do good a Chinese accent. I can't even say the word right. Shit. This accent just kind of makes me freak up. But I still have to do this because this is a Japanese cartoon, and I have to do this because I hate this because my voice is gonna get annoying after a while. Maybe I should do the female version. What is it? I can't actually. Nope. Cannot actually. I have a high-pitched voice, but that's getting weird. Okay, let's go into reasons. So, there was those weird moments in the Powerpuff Girls that just led me to say, did I see that, or did I just see something else? First up, this scene. If you've seen the Powerpuff Girls, you'll know what this scene is. You'll know the infamous scene. The scene that just took me from, okay, completely appropriate, to, what the freak just happened? Now, I will just say this. The Rowdy Rough Boys did something. It's not R-rated, it's just by the expressions of their faces. And if you've seen the show or you know it, you are hopefully going to understand what they did. But if you don't, I'll leave a link in the description to the video that I unfortunately came by in recommendations. Yeah. After I learned the title, I was like, what the hell? This looks weird. I'm like, oh god, this looks weird as shit. And unfortunately, that's how I learned a Powerpuff Girls Z. I regret watching that video to this day because they ruined the original. There was something this being too violent. Yeah, no, man. No, this is way less violent than the original show. Way less violent. The original show showed blood, massive injuries, kidnapping, but this it's sexually inappropriate references. Unfortunately, I understand them. I wish I didn't. Let's go on to the next scene. Now, it looks normal, right? Look at Blossom. Okay. You see that her camera's pointing a little down. Now look who's the camera pointing to. I don't know, one of her crushes? You can notice that the camera's pointed downwards. To his... basically. I noticed this, and I was like, what the freak? I'm like, what the hell is this exactly? I'm like, what's going on here? I was like that. I did not understand. I understand, why is... They called the Rowdy Rough Boys perverts. Blossom is a real pervert. She did perv on a bunch of boys earlier. And the Radioactive boys aren't perverts. They're just pranksters. Because you notice she's actually looking at guys. They just kind of looked forward. They're not being perverts. That's just being overly dumbass, stereotypical bad boy pranksters. Although I never really seen a bad boy, flip a you-know-what. Never seen that. I usually say bad boys that like a knife to deadly, not being pranksters. I've seen them more being dangerous and killers. I would say that just being a bunch of dumbass kids. But yeah, that particular scene. And these are the only two non-white people. There's way too many white people in this show. There needs to be somehow not white characters. Because there's way too many white kids. This is like the very few group. He's the only, basically, who only got a good amount of audio speak time that's not a white person. Why was there a bunch of white... Well, this does take place in Japan, where there's very, very few... Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next scene. That was shocking. This is the most shocking, horrifying scene of them all. Well, not really. This is the next scene. Let's just go to it. This is the most cringe-worthy scene in the show. Yeah, this is just cringe. That I'm like, if you want to throw up and puke or go die in the corner when you see this, that's normal. That's normal. If you want your eyes to ball out and catch on fire, that is normal. If you want to never see anything in the light of day again after seeing this, that is normal. If you can't actually stop the video because you've been overwhelmed by cringe, that is also normal. These are all normal side effects of this level of cringe. Yes, they are. It's weird as hell. But it is powerpuff Girls disease, so it's just really cringe. The next scene will be horrifying, disturbing, and creepy. Not creepy, it'll just be really inappropriate. Remember, if you do not want to get the reference to the next, I'd really click to end the video. Oh yeah, I will leave the link in the description. I'm pretty sure I said that one video I unfortunately fell upon. But if you don't want to see this next scene, I would advise you not to continue watching and to leave. I will give you 10 seconds if you don't want to see it, because it seems innocent enough until you understand what it is. And it is bad. Okay. I'm waiting. Okay, when the 10s, I'll show it. This scene is not for the fan heart after I explain it. This is not even meant for kids, so let's get on. They're taking a bath together, but if their heads are all submerged underwater, that's implying they don't have clothes on, which makes it a lot more disturbing than it should. And when you learn that, and they all seen each other without clothes on, it makes this a lot more disturbing than it should. This, I'm like, wait, what now? Say what? This disturbing image of somehow probably leads to main reasons why this never aired in America, because it'd be considered too much. When the Rowdy Rough Boys, did flip that, when they did that, I'm pretty sure it wasn't appropriate. I would say that was a problem. This is my reason. Now, if you see this image in your nightmares, or you just are appalled by cringe, I am sorry. Goodbye.